What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBC. We are at Rockingham Speedway getting ready to kick things off yet again for some more craziness here at Thunder Alley. Getting ready to end off the season. The penultimate race of the year. We've got ourselves a tight championship battle. Denny Hamlin leads the points heading into this race. Jimmy Johnson, his closest rival in points, right there ahead. And Jeff Gordon, not too far back either. Multiple drivers in championship contention here. As the green flag waves, we're racing here from Rockingham. Already some contact being made. Almost saw Johnson get turned sideways. He's going to keep it straight. They're 3 wide further back. Move being made for the lead. Tony Stewart goes out in front. Here comes the 88 of Dale Jr. Carl Edwards up high. He's falling way back. A little too high up on the racetrack. Out of the groove. And we got a crash. Jeff Burton is wrecked. That'll bring out the caution as Tony Stewart wins the race back to the yellow flag. A little bit of 3 wide. Casey Kane, I don't think realized they were 3. And he gets caught up with them into the outside wall. Oh, somebody grazed him there as well. Was that Sterling Marlin that hit him? Yes, it was. Marlin got into him there. A couple cars down on the apron. What's going on here with Casey Mears and Dale Jarrett? It's been a rough final season for Dale Jarrett. Just trying to end things off on a high note here. Does not want to wreck today. Green flag back in the air. Here we go again. Dale Jr. up high. Tony Stewart down low. Jr. trying to hang on. Gonna get the run that he needs off the top. Doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Here comes Tony Stewart on the inside. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson right there with him with the 18 of Kyle Busch. Busch on the inside. Gets underneath that 48, but Johnson with the runoff. Here we go down the front stretch yet again, completing yet another lap. Stewart leaves that one at the line. Here comes 11 of Denny Hamlin into the mix. Hamlin wants a shot at his first championship as a couple cars bounce off the outside wall. Teammates Harvick and Boyer bouncing off the wall there as we head down into 3 and 4. 3 wide, looking at 4 wide off turn number 4. Boyer almost got sent up into the wall again as his teammate now looks to his inside. Harvick through the middle. Boyer way too high up on the racetrack in the marbles and now in the wall. No grip up there by the wall. And he's still in the wall. Finally gets off. Truex Waltrip bounces off the wall. Man, it's getting wild here from Rockingham. Dale Jr. up to P2, chasing down Stewart for the lead. Side by side behind Carl Edwards on the inside. Gets past Bobby Labonte. Chris Mack follows through. The 26 of Jamie McMurray trying to follow by as well. The 43 shuts the door on him. So McMurray's going to have to just figure out a way to earn it. But a big crash in turn number 3. Multiple cars littered at the bottom of the racetrack and junked on the apron. Let's see what happened here down the back straightaway. Oh, Biffle got up into the outside wall, bouncing around, almost turned over. And then they start stacking them in afterwards. A whole bunch of them getting piled up down on the apron of the racetrack. You see the 38 up high on the banking. What happened to him up there? How did Gilliland get up to the high side? Oh, he ran into the 07 of Boyer hard, taking himself out of this race and maybe even Boyer. Second caution of the day. Let's hop back into it here. Green flag back in the air. Dale Jr. cleared up high with a great run on the restart. Tony Stewart trying to defend against his teammate as Kyle Busch dives to his inside. Big lunge into 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, the 18 defensive against Jimmy Johnson. Johnson gets his nose in there. He's going to dive to the inside. Got some side-by-side action throughout the field yet again. Put a 3 wide further back. They seem to be sorting that out. 3 wide right here to 99 to Everest. A little loose. Had to back out of it. Now to 29, a Harvick down on the bottom. The 2, Kurt Busch. Harvick's going nowhere. Busch going nowhere. Holding up Harvick. The high side had to run that time by. Jimmy Johnson sneaks up in the second, trying to steal a championship away from Denny Hamlin. It'll be his second championship in MG Cup Series history. Second multi-time champion behind Rusty Wallace, who won it in the inaugural season under dubious circumstances. A lot of confusion towards the beginning of the season, and points didn't really start counting for most drivers until halfway through. So I may actually go back and recalculate the points eventually and see who all actually finished where. Sorry. But as of right now, officially in the history books, Rusty Wallace is the inaugural MG Cup Series champion, and then he won it again in his final season back in 05. Johnson looking to win another race here this season, this time coming from the Rock, but he's going to have to beat his teammate, new teammate, Dale Jr. to do so. Battling for last, never mind that. Chris Mack up in the 4th, driving that 4 car. He's having a pretty decent run. He's a fan of this racetrack. He's had on and off luck here in his times running it. The few times he has come here, but he does like this track. It's a very unique racetrack, and he likes the unique ones very much. So, I'm not surprised to see him doing so well, as he is a fast learner. Starting to catch on pretty quick here from Rockingham. He was fast in his first couple seasons here. Battle for the lead tightening up. As that happens, we're going to go further back and look for more battles on the racetrack. Doesn't look like any are happening. The field starts to migrate up the racetrack on this longer run. Watching to see if Jimmy makes that move. No, Jeff Gordon's to his inside. So Hendrick 1, 2, 3, all battling for the lead here. It now looks like Jeff Gordon might have the car to beat. Jimmy Johnson might have backed off a little bit, might want to save his stuff just a little bit here, letting Jeff Gordon go at it. And now Gordon looking over his teammate, his new teammate here for the lead. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still doing a great job playing defense, but he opens the door for Jeff Gordon. Gordon on the inside. He's going to lead this lap at the line. And he'll be able to drive it in a little harder than the 88 can. Down in the turn 1 on the bottom. Jr. trying to get the run off the top. Looks like he did. Is it enough to clear Jimmy? It doesn't look like it'll be enough to clear that 48 car, but he's rolling through 3 and 4. He might get him this time by off turn number 4. No, still can't. Lap car coming up is 15 of Paul Menard. We're going to have to take, or I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead a little more. Now here comes Jimmy Johnson. He knows he's faster than that 24 car. Jeff Gordon owns that 48 car. So this will be an interesting little battle. Dale Jr.'s car seemingly falling off over this long run. As the 4 of Chris Mack has gotten past him as well. Now here comes the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Looking low for the lead. Gets held up by lap traffic. Greg Biffle and David Reagan, 2 Roush cars in front of our leader. They're trying to run the bottom. Here comes the 48 underneath. 3 wide off turn number 2 for the race lead as Jeff Gordon now gets held up by Greg Biffle on the high side, and that's going to allow Johnson to clear on the bottom. Here comes Chris Mack on the inside. Where's he going to go? They're going to be 4 wide off turn number 4. Gordon's going to have to take the L here as he falls back. Dale Jr. on the rear bumper of that 4 car. So is the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Tony Stewart sneaking back into the mix as well. Patrick Carpentier forces the field to stay low down the back straightaway. This is what Jimmy Johnson loves to see. He's able to open the gap just a little bit. That may have been the gap that he needed. We're gonna jump ahead a little further. Jimmy still untouched, the lead growing. Chris Mack in second. Very surprising run from that 4 car today, as he continues to run P2. And we got one spinning on the front stretch. Wonder who it was. Man, let's see. Oh, it was David Reagan. That's not good. Reagan was a lap down, had an issue with the car, was trying to pull off the racetrack and just gets grazed by that 44. It locks up and he doesn't want to slide back onto the track. Pulls it to a stop on the apron. We're still green as he was able to get it out of the way. And by get it out of the way, I mean magically teleport off the racetrack. So we're still under the green flag. That could have changed everything, but it didn't. Hamlin tried to make a move. He's going to get held up by the 70 of Jeremy Mayfield. Jimmy Johnson is long gone. That 4 car definitely not up to speed with the rest of these guys, and he's definitely holding these guys up quite a bit, but if he can hang on, this will be a nice second place run on an oval. We know he's fast in the road courses. It'll be a nice one on the oval for Chris Mack. The oval that's not Daytona or Talladega. Chris Mack is sticking it out and running the rest of the season here in that 4 car. So that'll be nice to see. Jump ahead, and he's finally going to lose some of those spots, but still a great, decent run for Chris Mack here. Field finally gets by, and now they're going to set their sights on Jimmy Johnson, who just got slowed up a little bit by lap traffic. Lap cars might play a factor in the ending of this race. Don't count anyone out just yet. Here we go. Denny Hamlin running second, Jeff Gordon P3, Dale Earnhardt Jr. P4, Tony Stewart P5. Oh, they washed way up the racetrack. The lap cars side by side in front of them. Not what they need. Jeremiah Cook and Fred Jones side by side up there. Looks like they're going to sort that out before our leader gets there. Almost a little bit of contact with Dale Jr. He had to check up big time. And now Tony Stewart's going to ride on his back bumper, tried to move him up out of the groove, down into 1 and 2. I think it's about all said and done here. These guys struggling to get past the lap cars. They just could not get by J.J. Yaley and Juan Pablo Montoya. And now with just under a 2-second lead over Jeff Gordon, I think Jimmy Johnson might have this one in the bag with 5 laps to go, but let's not say that too early, because there's still a bunch of lap cars right here in front of our leader. They seem to be doing a great job staying out of the way. Mark Martin way up high on the racetrack. Way out of the way of Jimmy Johnson with 4 coming to 3 laps to go. Jeff Gordon off Turn number 4 is going to turn underneath the 16. Biffle gets checked up slightly. Biffle did not give him the room that he needed, or that he wanted, rather. Now Mark Martin doesn't know where to go. Checks up right in front of our leader. Jimmy Johnson having to run the high side because of Fred Jones. 2 laps to go here from Rockingham. Here comes Chris Mack back up to 3rd place, but now has Biffle right in front of him. He turned underneath that 16 car down the backstretch. No, Biffle right in the middle of the racetrack. These guys don't want to be too close down to the bottom on corner entry. It'll hurt the entire corner. But he finally gets underneath that 16. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Jimmy Johnson here at the Rockingham Speedway. Good old Jimmy Jam. He's going to win another one. This might help him big time in the points with 4 spots over Denny Hamlin. Jimmy Johnson's going to come off of turn number 4. A winner at Rockingham Speedway. Jeff Gordon P2, Chris Mack, Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin, and Dale Jr. is your finishing order. That is going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Hope y'all are ready for the championship race at Homestead. I know I am.